You ever feel so overwhelmed that you need to take your journal and your pen and just... Because same. Welcome to the darker side of my brain. Not the darkest side. We were in the darkest side last month. This month it's more of like a gray area. I'm having a mentee bee day. That sounds like a mental birthday. I'm having a day where I'm having a mentee bee. That sounds too long. What even would be a mental birthday? Is it like it's just your birthday in your mind? I'm overwhelmed. My brain is mentally overwhelmed and therefore it's breaking down. I'm having a mental breakdown day. These happen about once a month, sometimes once a week, at the worst times once an hour. It is currently Tuesday and I have YouTube videos go up on Fridays, and I didn't have one go up last Friday, so I need to have one go up this Friday. I know what you're thinking, Morgan, you don't need to. Are you gonna die if you don't? No, I'm not. No one's gonna die. But I really want to be able to escape the throes of corporate America, and in order for me to do that, I need strangers on the internet to watch me live my life. Sounds like an episode of Black Mirror. Ooh! I just really want to be consistent with posting YouTube videos because I want to be able to do it for a living. And I've been doing social media for the past 4 years and I still do not make enough money off of it to sustain life. All that to say, I was editing my YouTube video that was supposed to go up this Friday and I hated it. It's like an hour long right now. It's so boring. It was an ask me anything. I asked you guys on Instagram to submit questions, said I would answer them in a YouTube video, and turns out I'm not that interesting. So we're gonna have to redo that video and give it a little more pizzazz. Because right now it's just all pit and no zazz. Zazz is critical. And so I was sitting at my computer and I was like, what am I gonna do? Because I really want the video to go up this Friday. But I don't have time to write and film something else because I work tomorrow and I work on Thursday, and then I need to go to my friend's birthday on Thursday, and then Friday, because it was my friend's birthday on Thursday, I'm probably gonna be a little bit hungover and I'm not gonna wanna film things. I know this about myself. Also, I can't film and put up a YouTube video on the same day, so it doesn't even matter. And then I was like, what about the next YouTube video? What is that one gonna be? We need to film that one because no time to film this week. Also, not a lot of time to film next week. I could film on Wednesday because that's my day off, but then I would have to edit and get the video up within a day, 2 days, less than 2 days, about a day and a half. And that's really quick. And then the next week, I'm gone. I have to go to New York for work. And then the next week is 4th of July and I have to go on vacation with my friends. And yes, that is a fun thing to do, but it interrupts the workflow. And then after that, David and I are going to Switzerland. And it's all fun stuff, so I feel bad that I'm feeling stressed by it because I shouldn't feel stressed about the fact that I get to go on a vacation. That's amazing. But then I also have to plan the things for the vacations. I have to pack, and I haven't been to Europe in several years, so I've got to get all the things together. And David tries his best, but he doesn't think of everything that I think of because I think of every single little detail and every single thing that could possibly go wrong and every single thing that we might ever need, and he doesn't, so I have to do the planning. And then I also have short form content that I need to do because just doing YouTube isn't enough. You also need to make 30-second videos and 1.5-minute videos, and you need to make them catchy and funny, and you also need to make sure you don't offend anyone in them ever. And then still, even if you do all those things, the algorithm probably won't push out your video. I've developed jaw pain, which I believe is a result of the stress. It's also caused ear pain and a migraine. I got my first migraine the other day and thought that I was passing away. I thought it was a stroke at first and then a blood clot, which I think is kind of like a stroke. Then I was pretty sure it was a brain tumor, and then it went away and I googled some more rational things and figured out it's probably TMJ, which I believe basically just means that I clench my jaw too much, which means that I'm having too many mentee bees. Also, I'm realizing as I'm saying all this out loud that these aren't like real things to be stressed about. Like they are. There's so many worse things happening in the world. This is part of the problem, is that when I have problems, I don't think that they're worthy of being problems and being stressed over because there are worse things happening to people. And then in turn, I feel more stressed because I feel stressed. What was I saying? My solution to hating my YouTube video and being so stressed that I can't function is to make this week's YouTube video about me being so stressed that I can't function. And we're gonna figure out how to get out of it together. In my head, that sentence was a lot shorter and sounded a lot snappier as a song. All right, first thing we're gonna do to try to snap out of this spiraling sensation happening in my brain is to get dressed, because that is supposed to make you feel better. Let's do that. Or, get out of here. All right, I'm gonna put on some makeup so that my face feels alive. Can you tell that my jaw doesn't have full mobility? That's about as far as I can open my jaw right now. I wish I could tell you that I have a good formula for getting over a mentee bee, but I really don't. Usually I need to cry. I don't feel like I need to cry right now though, which is how I know this isn't like the darkest mentee bee. Like, I'm obviously having much more of a physical reaction, what with the jaw pain. My blood pressure is also probably high. But I guess my approach is kind of the same in both instances, because if I'm having the type of mentee bee where I'm crying on the couch and I feel like I can't get up, I know that the first thing I need to do to start to feel better is just move. It just takes me a lot longer to actually do that when I'm in the crying on the couch stage. And usually on those days I won't even be able to do my makeup or like get dressed. Purely if I can just get up and like eat some food, maybe clean something a little bit, that's like a win and it helps. Today though, I was like, I need to do something, anything, because I was just sitting, that looks dumb. I was just sitting at my computer on my phone, scrolling incessantly through social media, wasting my time away and my brain. And when I get into that doom scrolling state, it can be really hard to pull myself out. But I know that the way to do so is to just move, change my environment, go give Goose a hug, like literally anything to just get me out of where I am. So that's what we're doing. Okay, and now we've gotten dressed. Just got this little periwinkle blue set on. I think this is periwinkle. And then shorts. And then I want to wear this necklace that I got over the weekend at one of the art fests near me. Chicago has all these street fests in the summer, like literally one every weekend. And some of them are art fests, so different artists will sell their art there, obviously. And some of the artists are jewelers. So I saw this from one of the vendors and I thought it was perfect because, oh my God, I'm a little out of breath from that jump. Because I wanted a necklace with a little bit more color to it. That was on my wish list for the summer. And this one had pretty much all my favorite colors to wear on it. Blue, green, beige, I guess. More beige, and then purple, which I don't really wear purple, but you know, 4 out of 5 ain't bad. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit more put together, and now I just need to figure out what I'm gonna do next. Excuse me. So on my to-do list, I have film a short form video, film another short form video, edit my YouTube video, which is where things got derailed, write another YouTube video, email dentist about this situation. And so those are the things that I haven't accomplished. I'm not showing you this list because it has the names of future videos on them and I don't want you to see them yet, but I just don't want you to think I'm lying to you. Like, there's the first 2 things on my list: workout, smoothie. Got those done and everything went downhill. It is 2 o'clock right now. I could film the short form videos. My brain doesn't feel settled. I'll admit that as a creator, I'm not great at just filming on a whim. I know some people are, and that's amazing for them, and I envy them with everything I have, but 90% of videos that I make have some sort of script to them. I'm not usually like reading off a script when I'm making the videos, but I've sat down and I've thought about what I was gonna say. Like, I don't just set the camera down and I'm like, hey, I can be entertaining and fun with no sort of preparation. That's not me, I need the preparation. So like, I just don't feel in the right headspace to film anything right now. I guess I should side note that this is one video where I have not sat down and thought about what I was gonna say or prepared anything. So it might be really bad. Apologies in advance if it is. I have 3 hours to do something. The question is, do I use it to be productive or do I use it to relax and rejuvenate myself? I just feel like I don't have time to relax and rejuvenate. There's nobody in the park right now. I can see a park from my apartment and usually there's kids in it, but school is out now. So it's empty and it's just this big green patch of sunny grass. Well, the grass isn't sunny, the sun is shining onto the grass. It just looks really warm and inviting. It's 2:02. I go lay in the park for an hour. I still have 2 hours to be some kind of productive. Screw it, as much fun as being productive sounds, laying in the grass sounds a lot better. So I brought my book, Spindrift, because you always need a fun drink if you're laying outside. To-do list, because we're going to try to get some of this done. And then Spoof, because I'm extremely pale and susceptible to skin cancer. I do really think that just getting yourself outside when you're having a bad day or feeling overwhelmed is very key to rejuvenating yourself. Like if you're at work in an office, even just getting outside to go get coffee or just like go outside and stare at the sun safely with sunglasses, don't damage your retinas. Just getting up and breathing fresh air, I feel like changes everything. I honestly feel like at least 7.25 times better right now. I had a therapy appointment today, which was pretty convenient, and I told her why I was so stressed out. Basically just everything I said at the beginning of this video, and she was like, wow, I have maybe never seen you like this, at least not in a long time. And I've been seeing her for like 5-6 years. I was talking like a mile a minute, just bopping around from all the different thoughts. Usually I'm seeing her at the point where I'm in the dark, deep Menti-B, where I'm crying and sad and can't get up. So she hasn't really seen me in this stage very often. Honestly, this is probably just the stage right before I enter the deep, dark stage. So I guess we're kind of preventing that by taking these precautions. But she was like, yeah, I need you to take some breaks. She was like, get outside. It's summertime in Chicago, so it's not miserable. It's not going to make you more sad. She also said that it was okay that I'm feeling this way. She's like, you have a part-time job. You do Instagram and TikTok, which is basically another part-time job. And in the past few months, you've taken on YouTube, which is pretty much a full-time job because you're trying to put out basically like a full television episode every week or every other week. And usually there are teams of writers that do that stuff. And then the actors do the acting part. And then the editors doing the editing part. And you're doing all of it. So that's a lot. And I never really thought about it like that. So she was like, it doesn't surprise me that you're feeling this overwhelmed. She was like, I don't want you to quit. I want you to keep going because I know you really love doing this. But I need you to be kinder to yourself. And I need you to remember that rest is productive. So we're trying to remember that rest is productive. Okay, so my face feels less tight now, which is good. Kind of felt like this whole area was just gonna explode earlier, which is why I felt like I couldn't do anything because that's all I could think about. Of course, it was probably caused by the stress itself, so it's just a loop. We love stress loops. I read a little bit outside. I ended up sending an email to my dentist asking about the TMJ, so we did check something off the checklist. Technically, I'm checking something off the checklist by just filming this, so that makes me feel a little better too. I'm relaxing, but simultaneously getting a video done. It's not like peak relaxation, but it's better than nothing. It's 3:30 now, so I stayed out there a half hour longer than I planned. I feel like I technically have time to get a short form video done. I also like don't want to. Kind of want to clean a little bit or take Goose outside because it's so nice. I don't know. Can I let you guys know a little secret over here on the YouTube? I actually kind of hate short form videos. It's just so stressful to put out a video and be like, all right, gotta film another one. Like I try to put out 3 short form videos each week and it's kind of exhausting. And because the algorithms over on those other apps are so temperamental, like I'll spend hours putting together a 1-minute video and it just ploppity plops. Nobody sees it. And you just kind of feel like you're on this hamster wheel, writing, creating, posting. And then maybe you feel good because the video did good, or maybe you feel sad because the video did bad. Either way, you gotta get back on the hamster wheel. With YouTube, it's much more of a slow burn. I feel energized when I create YouTube videos, and I feel drained when I create short form videos. Look at how pretty my necklace is. I love this necklace so much. This is like the main thing bringing me joy today. I feel really lucky now that on days where I feel like I'm having a Menti-B, I kind of do have the option to take a break because 1, I work from home, and 2, I work for myself 2 days out of the week, and today is one of those days. So I really can say fuck it and go outside, whereas working in the office, I know that's not necessarily something that you can do. When I used to work in the office and have Menti-Bs, well, 1, I would either go cry in the bathroom, or I would bottle it all up to the point where I would just explode one day. Not like at the office, but at home. And that wasn't really a big problem when I lived by myself. But once I moved in with David, I would take out my stress from work on him. And I would just be very irritable and lash out at him. Hi, Goosey. Here's Goose. And I wouldn't take Goose out. I wouldn't go outside after work. I would just work too late and then I'd be stressed and annoyed. And what sucks is I don't know what the answer to that is. Like if you're stuck in a cycle of burnout and you just have to keep going to work 5 days a week. My answer was to stress myself out for like a year trying to start my own business and work my regular 9 to 5, and then eventually I got to the point where I could work part-time and do my own business part-time, and by my own business I mean make silly little videos. And yeah, that's probably not a solution that everyone can take on, but anyways, I don't really know what I'm saying anymore. I want you to know that if you're having a mentee B or you're feeling burnt out at work and you don't know what to do about it, that I also don't know what to do about it. I'm so helpful, I know. But really, I mean, I think at the end of the day, if you're feeling that way, you're not the only person that's feeling that way. And just know that your feelings are very valid. And if you really feel like the burnout or the mental breakdown period isn't gonna end, I would say seriously either look for a different job if that's what's causing your burnout, or seriously look for help. Go to therapy. Talk to your partner about ways that they could help you to alleviate some of your stress. Just be very honest with yourself, very honest with your support system. If you can, try to talk to your boss, try to find ways to alleviate your workload. If there's things that you can delegate, if you need a new team member, whatever it is. I know it's not always that easy, but just don't give up looking for a solution if you can't get rid of this mental breakdown feeling. And then for the days where you feel like you're having a mentee B and you're like, I know this is irrational and I don't know why I'm acting like this and I just really wish this feeling would go away, just know that the feeling will go away eventually. It always passes faster if you can get outside. Breathe in the fresh air. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna get around to filming this short form video. My brain just feels like mush. Goose is staring at me with his big puppy dog eyes, so I think we just need to take him out, and that's gonna be how I decompress for the rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out with me during this mentee B episode. Not gonna lie, I feel like I recovered pretty quickly. Again, this was a lighter mentee B. If it's a darker mentee B, I wouldn't even be able to pick up the camera, so you're probably never gonna see that. But I hope this video served some purpose for you, made you laugh or chuckle, or maybe you learned something. I don't know. Like I said, I usually plan out my videos. They have a purpose behind them. This one didn't really, so hope you enjoyed it anyways, and we'll see if it actually even makes it onto the internet, because at this point I have no idea. Okay, doing this thing where I ramble because I don't know how to wrap things up. It's a wonderful thing about me. So okay, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more of my face, hear more of my voice, and thanks for sticking around. Thanks for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next video.